What if I told you that your biggest enemy isn't your past? It's the way your brain remembers it? Think about it. You can forget dozens of compliments, but one embarrassing moment from 5 years ago? Your brain can replay it like it happened this morning. Maybe it was something you said in a meeting, a mistake during school, an awkward conversation, or a decision you wish you could take back. No matter how much you've achieved since then, that one moment keeps showing up. Why? Are you just too negative? Or is your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do? The answer might completely change the way you see yourself. Most people think they have low confidence because they focus too much on failure. But that's only half the story. Your brain didn't evolve to make you happy. It evolved to keep you alive. Imagine two early humans. One remembered where the sweetest fruit grew. The other remembered where a predator almost attacked. Who had the better chance of surviving? The answer is obvious. The brain that remembered danger survived more often. Generation after generation, that survival system was passed down. And today, you're still running that same ancient software. The predators disappeared, but your brain kept looking for danger. Only now, danger looks different. It's criticism, rejection, failure, embarrassment. Your brain treats those experiences as threats worth remembering. Not because it hates you, because it thinks it's protecting you. Negative experiences naturally leave a stronger impression than positive ones. Imagine someone gives you 10 compliments. Then one person criticizes you. Which one will your brain replay tonight? Probably the criticism. Not because it was more important, because your brain treated it as more urgent. The same thing happens with mistakes. Your brain asks one question: how do I stop this from happening again? That question is useful until it never stops asking. Instead of learning, your brain starts looping. You replay the conversation, the failure, the embarrassment, again and again and again. That's called rumination. And here's the problem. Every replay strengthens the memory, not because the event gets bigger, but because your brain keeps practicing it. Here's something most people never realize. Your memory isn't a video recording. It's more like a story your brain rewrites every time you remember it. Every replay adds emotion. Every replay removes details. Eventually, you don't remember what actually happened. You remember the version your brain has practiced the most. There's another trap. It's called the spotlight effect. We all think people notice our mistakes far more than they actually do. You trip while walking into a room. You assume everyone remembers. Reality? Most people forgot within minutes because they were too busy worrying about their own mistakes. Your brain makes you the main character in everyone else's story, but everyone else is busy being the main character in their own. Before we continue, here's one thought. The more you understand your own mind, the more control you gain over your life. If that's the journey you're on, subscribe and join thousands of curious minds. Now, here's the strange part. Why don't your achievements stick around the same way? Because success quickly becomes normal. You finally get the promotion. You reach your fitness goal. You finish that difficult project. For a moment, it feels incredible. Then your brain adjusts. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Your new success becomes your new baseline. But your mistakes? Your brain still labels them as unfinished problems. That's why one embarrassing memory can outweigh years of success. Not because your wins don't matter, because your survival brain is still checking for danger. So, does this mean you're stuck? Not at all. The goal isn't to stop your brain from noticing mistakes. The goal is to stop letting mistakes define your identity. There's a huge difference between saying, "I made a mistake," and saying, "I am a mistake." One describes an event. The other creates an identity. Your brain believes the stories you repeat, so give it better evidence. Celebrate small wins. Write them down. Notice progress. Treat yourself the way you'd treat a close friend who made the same mistake. Because confidence isn't built by never failing. It's built by remembering that failure isn't the whole story. The next time an old embarrassing memory suddenly appears, don't ask yourself, "Why can't I let this go?" Ask something different. What is my brain trying to protect me from? That simple question changes everything. Because your brain isn't trying to ruin your future. It's trying to prevent an old pain from happening again. The problem is, Sometimes yesterday's survival strategy becomes today's biggest limitation. Once you understand that, you stop fighting your brain and you start training it, because your mistakes are only one chapter of your story. They were never meant to become the title. If you enjoyed this video and want to understand more about how your mind